Hello and welcome to the next episode of the workshop. Well, I'm not in very good light here. Let's see. There we go. So here we are, Division 2, and this is our inquiry. Well, a little bit early when we posted on our inquiry. Our inquiry is, can we mine the moon? So we're going to do the quick catch-up on what's happening with our inquiry class. We began with the provocation because just before school began, we had scientists at NASA discover that there's ice on the moon. What's that mean for us as humans is the question. So we looked at some possible ways of using water on the moon as a way to establish a moon base. And from a moon base, it's really easy to explore other planets because, well, easier, because there's like less gravity on the moon than there is on the Earth, so you can like launch your rockets better. And also, water can be separated to make rocket fuel. But how? So we're going to look into that as a future experiment. I'm going to look right now, reach out to some of my contacts around the district. We're going to try and find some equipment to separate water into hydrogen and oxygen, and then see what happens when we combine them together with a little flame. So don't worry, guys, it's small E explosion, not big E explosion. Very safe. Done it before, grade 9 science. Easy peasy. Always a crowd pleaser. Here is a wall of brainstorming our students did. We then made a list of how we could categorize these questions as important questions about mining or about outer space, and we decided on the inquiry of can we mine the moon. Then the students using OneNote, class notebook, I pushed that list of questions, and then all the students took turns separating on their own page into thick or thin questions. Let's zoom this in and see if you can see my screen here. Can you see my screen? Okay. Can you see my screen? Thick and thin questions. Well, that's not very well done, Mr. Gill. You get the idea. We're using Bloom's taxonomy and critical thinking to ask ourselves, what is a thick question? A question where there is not just one right answer. And what is a thin question? Thin questions are questions you can just Google and get one right answer. A thick question, there may not be one right answer for that. So that's how we're developing our critical thinking, as well as meeting curricular needs, like studying things like mining here on Earth, and topics concerning space and the moon, phases of the moon. That'll come later. So next up, we're going to do some more research. Just a reminder that we are entering wet weather, so don't forget to send your kids to school with extra shoes and extra clothes, because if you fall into a mud puddle or or step in a puddle, it's just so miserable being wet and cold all day. Have some extra dry clothes. Take wet clothes home at the end of every day. Don't leave them here; they start to smell. Oh, and what else is coming next with our inquiry? I know I'm a little bit out of order right now, but that's okay. Hidden up behind, oh gosh, there's so much stuff here. Hidden up behind here, I don't know if you can see up there, all those PVC pipes. Those PVC pipes, we're going to be building a moon base. Now we'll either build it here in the center of the room, or we'll build it in another classroom, which is a science lab classroom. But we have to allow other people to use that space. So I'm just looking for a really good space where we can build a moon base. We're going to build a structure out of PVC pipe. Ta-da. And we're going to cover the walls with large sheets of cardboard, which is where you come in. Parents, if you could donate some large sheets of cardboard that may have come from shipping a fridge or a table or something large, then that makes it easy for us to decorate, design, and make into a wall, because I'd like to make at least a 6 foot tall, kind of maybe even taller, moon base. We're also gathering some rocks from around the school, and then we're going to look at, what's inside a rock and how do we get into a rock safely. So, lots of exciting things happening on our inquiry, many connections to the curriculum, and most importantly, developing those critical thinking skills. I'm Mr. Gill. This has been another episode of The Workshop. If you have questions, comments, please don't hesitate to reach out to me here at the school, and I'll see you next time.